Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night, everybody. This is, of course, Nick on the fantastic Get Me Off Grid video blog, which is a video blog which I'm using to chart my progress as I steadily and slowly move off grid and move more towards a more self-reliant form of living. Thanks to all of you who've watched the previous video about alcohol. Yes, I am also upset that I have not been able to provide the quantity and quality of alcohol that I wanted with the previous still which I have on my counter. However, it's still very useful for water purification, so I'm probably going to keep it just for that purpose anyway. I may do, or I may need to upgrade it. I have seen a type of still which I would like to get, which is reputed to be able to distill to 95%. It's called a form of reflux still, and there'll be a link to it in the information box. The wonderful thing about this still is, of course, the quantity that can be provided. Now, there'll be a few modifications I'll need to make to it, including changing the reservoir so the boiler is no longer electric, and so I'll be able to use my wood gas system upon that, and also changing the system which currently relies upon you plumbing into a tap, so that I can use a circuit of water which is being cooled by the radiator of a car, so as to produce the cooling to the alcoholic vapor which is actually required. Those are the only modifications I will need to do to turn it into a properly off-grid still. So I'll be able to distill the fuel which I'll be using for heating the place in the winter, doing my cooking, heating water when basically I can't use solid fuel. But that's not really why I'm doing this one particular video today. I'm doing this particular video because I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing for you and show you what I've managed to lay my hands on and how I'm going to use it. Obviously this is January in the year of 2012. I've got my goals for this year. I don't know whether you've got your resolutions or whatever sorted out yet, but I know what I want to achieve. One of those things is a lot more solar. Obviously I want to get a good distillery in place. There we go, just quickly use my, I think some people call these things everyday carry items, which I think is a bit of a strange name, but so I don't carry it with me every single day. Whatever this is, it's very well packaged. Here we go. Well, looky here. This is another set of solar cells. This should be approximately 126 watts worth. So I should be able to make another couple of panels of the smaller size you've seen, and get that onto a good system and get that all working. Let's just open her up so you can see the quality of the cells. Trying to do it carefully without breaking anything. Obviously these are very fragile things, as I'm sure you know you've seen before. Whilst I'm doing this, everybody, don't forget I've got links down there which are there for obvious reasons. You're helping me to do this off-grid project, and I'm helping to show you both my successes and my failures. So using the small distiller, that was a failure, and I'm very honestly showed you that. If I have any other failures, I'll be more than happy to share them with you so you don't end up doing them. But obviously we got peak oil possibly happening now, possibly around the corner. You and I are going to suffer from that. Alright, everyone is. So trying to engineer off-grid living is probably essential for your longer-term social and economic survival. Whoops, here we go. Yeah, just like before. It's all bricked up. They look like the same type of cells we've had before. No real difference. So we know how to do them. Same methodology as before, but this time quicker because I'm more used to it. But that is so cool. And we will crack on. I've now got to get the wood together. Get the sealant. And with the help of the wood, the sealant and the plastic coating, I'll get more panels set up, get that onto the grid tie, and I'll start investing in battery storage so we can move away from grid tie and have a properly fully off-grid system, which I'll then be able to use to run everything that I need to. Yes, there are still a few more solutions that I will want to try and sort out, including those for washing, because that's obviously a big issue, but there are off-grid solutions for washing these days which are not too arduous to use, and so I'm quite looking forward to researching that and telling you about them, and possibly other things like soap creation. I don't quite know whether I'm going to go into that yet or not. This is about off-grid, predominantly about energy and water, rather than necessarily about harvesting absolutely everything from the land and from nature, although I do want to do an awful lot more of that. That's why I got the slingshot catapult, so I can go out there and I can get my own food. So that's all I wanted to share with you right now. The links, as I say, are down there. Don't forget to have a look at them. Stay subscribed, carry on rating, commenting, following, and all the rest of that, and I will definitely look forward to speaking to you again with an update as to how it's all going and how much further I'm getting off grid. What you should be able to see is an emerging pattern of the technologies that I already have skill in and how I'm learning how to use them. Speak to you soon. God bless.